Good morning, my beloved. It is Monday again, 7:30 Central Time. Welcome. I love y'all so much. Thank you for being my tribe, my people, the ones who I can count on. I think so. SOW. I want to talk about what you're thinking about today. I want you to think about what you're thinking about. A famous philosopher once said, I think his name was either Rene or Rene Descartes. He's famously quoted as saying, I think, therefore I am. I want to change that just a little bit to I think so, therefore I am, SOW, because the things that you think, the thoughts that you have, the thoughts that I have, they are seeds that are sown in the ground of your heart and given time and watered, they will grow into an action. I wrote a book, Thought to Thought, and I just shared the simplistic principle of why you feel like you're going in circles in your life. It's because you are. The real circle of life goes this way. You think, if you think on a thing long enough, you believe that thing you're thinking on. That belief leads to an action. That action leads to a habit. That habit leads to a lifestyle. And that lifestyle leads to the way you think. I doubt very many of you got up this morning and said, Where's Alfred the butler? I'm ready for my poached eggs before I fly to Paris. But if you were rich, that might be your thought. You and I got up and thought, oh man, the kids have ate all the frosted flakes again. We start and begin in our life, everything begins and ends with our thought life. What you're thinking on is one of the most, if not the most powerful thing in your life. Proverbs 23:7 says, As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. The way you think is the way you become. Henry Ford once said, Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. I, I really love the thought of that. Now, right between thoughts and belief are your feelings, and we may deal with that another time. But however you're thinking and whatever you're thinking on, it will affect your feelings. If you're thinking about your bills, you're probably not going to be happy. If you're thinking about vacation, you're probably going to have good thoughts. What you think on affects your feelings. I was sharing yesterday in Stillwater how women go to the movies and they say it was a great movie because they cried through the whole thing. That does not make any sense to this male mind. If I want to cry, I just look at my bills because my thought life leads to my emotions just like they do yours. Today and tomorrow and this week and this month and this year will much be wrapped up in your thought life. Whether you grow or whether you don't will be about what you're thinking about and what you're willing to change your thoughts on. Most of us are one thought away from the next level, one thought away from the breakthrough, one thought away from freedom, one thought away from the day being a day filled with God's glory and goodness, or a day filled with trouble and trials. Because the day is going to be what it is, but what you think about it will change the way the day seems. It won't change the day. The day's going to be what it is. Today has enough problems of its own, but how I feel about it could change the very way the day ends. If I see the trials of the day as a way of working patience in my life and patience working maturity in my life, then today would be a great day for me to grow. If I look at the trials from a victim mentality, oh, woe is me, oh, poor me, why does this happen to me? I love God, I'm seeking God, why am I? All this stuff, if I'm thinking negative thoughts, the day could be a really bad day. Not because the day changed, but because of my thought life. So the question is, what are you thinking on? Are they thoughts of God's goodness? Are they thoughts of God's ability to use you and to make impact in this world through you? Or is it all about how bad the day's going to be because you didn't get your way, or because the enemy brought this particular thing into your life? I had a really, in one sense, a really bad weekend. The enemy was continually pounding on me over a situation, and it could have ended really, really poorly. But I chose to face it head on. I chose to speak truth into the situation and just see where it goes. I don't know. That person may choose to be angry. That person may choose to change. That person may choose to hear my encouragement and my willingness to address the issue. And I won't know till I go back to Stillwater. But I believe that God will make good come out of it. And because I believe that, I'm happy today. I didn't lose sleep last night over it. I spoke the truth in love, and I believe it will turn out okay. Because I believe that, whether it turns out okay or not, I'm still going to be better off than thinking, oh my goodness, it's going to go south. That person's going to hate me for the rest of my life or whatever. So, what are you thinking on today? I want you to think about what you're thinking about. I think so, SOW, is really, really important. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all, those of you that are watching and have subscribed to my Lee Speaks podcast. Thank you for those, because you asked for it. I didn't necessarily choose to do it. I've been asked. You can go to myleespeaks.com on the internet, and you can find a place to sow monthly into the ministry to help me get this word out, to help me continue to change lives, and together we will change thousands of lives. Working on another book, excited about it. Probably take me 2 years, but that's okay. It'll be worth the wait. Love y'all so much. Look forward to seeing you next week. Let me say hi to a few people. Hey, my brother Rick, good to hear from you today. David, thank you for being so faithful. Gary, I love you so much. Stuart, Mary Lou, you guys are the best. Give me a thumbs up. Share with others. Let's change the world together. Love y'all. Bye-bye. See you next week.